Imagine waking up one morning to find out that the FBI is investigating one of your favorite TV personalities. Rick Harrison, the star of Pawn Stars, a show that's been on TV for years, seems like an ordinary businessman who deals in antiques and rare items. But suddenly he's caught in the middle of a high-profile investigation. Why would the FBI, the most powerful and secretive agency in the country, be interested in him? This news would shock anyone who follows his life, and it instantly makes you wonder what could possibly be going on behind the scenes of this popular TV star's life. At first you might be skeptical. Rick Harrison? The man who made his fortune running a pawn shop? It doesn't seem to fit with the image he's built on TV. We know him as a savvy businessman, someone with a sharp eye for valuable items and a knack for making deals. On Pawn Stars, he's the calm, collected figure who runs the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas. He's appeared on countless TV screens, engaging in negotiations with customers, finding rare treasures, and sharing his expertise in antique appraisals. He's made a name for himself as someone who knows the value of a good deal and has earned the respect of millions of viewers. But the FBI being involved suggests something far beyond what we see on the screen. This isn't just a small misunderstanding or a minor police investigation. When the FBI gets involved, it typically means that something serious is at play, something that could be dangerous or risky. It could mean that there's more to Rick Harrison's world than we ever thought possible. This revelation opens up so many questions. What does the FBI want with him? Is there something about his business dealings or personal life that the public doesn't know? Rick Harrison has always maintained a clean public image. He's made appearances on talk shows, spoken about his passion for history and rare collectibles, and given advice to viewers on how to negotiate effectively. He's built a brand that revolves around trust and knowledge. So what could possibly challenge that image? What secrets might the FBI have uncovered about him that could change the way fans view him? The curiosity here is immense. You start to wonder if Rick has been hiding something for all these years. Has he been involved in anything illegal or unethical, something that would warrant the attention of federal agents? Perhaps it's not just his pawn shop business under investigation, but his personal life as well. Could there be something darker at play behind the scenes? People always talk about the hidden lives of celebrities, the things they do when the cameras aren't rolling. And now we might be getting a glimpse of something that was once kept secret. This situation also makes you think about the impact that a high-profile investigation can have on someone's life. When a person of Rick's stature is suddenly under the FBI's microscope, it doesn't just affect him, it affects everyone around him. His family, his business partners, and even the fans who have supported him for years. It's easy to assume that someone in his position must have everything together, but now with the FBI stepping in, we're left wondering if that's truly the case. Could there be cracks in the perfect facade? What could this investigation reveal about Rick Harrison's true character? The FBI's involvement is not something that should be taken lightly. It suggests that there may be serious consequences ahead for Rick Harrison. Whether or not these consequences have anything to do with his public persona or his personal life is still unknown, but the curiosity surrounding it only grows. The public is eager to find out more, and with each passing day more details are likely to emerge. Will Rick be able to clear his name, or will the investigation lead to a complete unraveling of his image? And then there's the question of how the public will react. People often hold celebrities to high standards, and when those standards are shaken, the fallout can be massive. If the FBI uncovers something that tarnishes Rick's reputation, it might affect his career. His fans might feel betrayed, and others may distance themselves from him. The same people who tuned in every week to watch his show could start to question their loyalty. It's one thing to see a celebrity go through a small scandal, but when the FBI is involved, the stakes are much higher. In the end, the idea that the FBI is involved adds a layer of intrigue that can't be ignored. It suggests that there's much more to Rick Harrison's story than meets the eye. Whether or not he is guilty of anything remains to be seen, but the fact that the FBI is involved indicates that there is something significant behind the scenes. The shock and curiosity surrounding this news are enough to make anyone stop and wonder what could be going on in Rick Harrison's life that we don't know about. As the investigation unfolds, more answers will come, but for now the questions only grow louder. When you hear the FBI is involved in an investigation, your first thought is usually something serious. The FBI doesn't investigate small issues, they get involved when there's something big, something that could have major consequences. So when you hear that the FBI is looking into Rick Harrison, it automatically makes you curious. Why would they be interested in him? He's just a TV star, right? He's known for being the calm, smart businessman on Pawn Stars, making deals with people who bring in valuable items. So what could be so important that the FBI would get involved? The moment you hear that the FBI is interested in Rick Harrison, a wave of curiosity hits. It's easy to assume that someone who is on TV all the time, with millions of viewers, must have a clean, well-managed life. Rick has always come across as a successful, straightforward businessman. He runs a pawn shop, and while some might see that as a shady business, it's been portrayed in a fun and family-friendly way on his TV show. But the FBI doesn't go after small things. They go after people who might be involved in something bigger, something dangerous or illegal. So the question immediately arises, what has Rick Harrison done, or what does he know, that has caught the attention of one of the most powerful law enforcement agencies in the world? Rick has spent years building his image. He's not just the guy on Pawn Stars, he's a businessman, a father and a public figure. He's made his fortune by buying and selling rare items, antiques and collectibles. Fans know him as someone who is knowledgeable, smart and friendly. He's built a brand around trust. People love to watch him interact with customers, negotiate prices, and sometimes reveal the surprising history behind the items they bring into the pawn shop. It's all about finding value, whether it's in a rare coin, an old painting or an antique sword. But now with the FBI's involvement, everything changes. People start to wonder, what does the FBI know that we don't? At first it might be hard to believe that someone like Rick could be involved in anything illegal. He's been a public figure for so long, and his show has made him a household name. You might think that if there was anything wrong going on, someone would have noticed it by now. But the FBI doesn't just make investigations based on rumors. They gather evidence, and when they do, they don't miss details. So when you hear that the FBI is looking into Rick, it makes you wonder what kind of evidence they have found. What has been uncovered that we, the public, don't know about? The curiosity deepens when you consider what the FBI does. They don't usually deal with minor issues. They handle serious cases that involve fraud, corruption, money laundering, or worse. Could Rick be involved in something like that, or could he have unknowingly been connected to people who are part of something illegal? Maybe there's more going on behind the scenes of his business dealings than we've been led to believe. The thought that someone who has been on TV for years, someone we've all watched and admired, could be involved in something shady or illegal, is unsettling. It's the kind of story that makes you question everything you thought you knew about him. But the mystery doesn't end there. It's easy to assume that Rick is at the center of whatever the FBI is investigating. But what if he's not? What if he's just caught up in a larger investigation? The FBI could be looking into something else entirely, something that involves other people or organizations, and Rick could just be a small part of it. It could be that he's unaware of what's happening, or maybe he's been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes people get caught in the middle of situations they never expected to be a part of. And if that's the case, Rick's world could be turned upside down. His personal life, his business, his reputation, all could be affected by whatever the FBI is uncovering. There's also the possibility that Rick might have been involved in something he didn't know was wrong. Sometimes people get into business deals or associations that they don't fully understand. Maybe Rick trusted the wrong person, or didn't see something coming. If that's the case, the FBI could be trying to get to the bottom of things and figure out who is really responsible. It's possible that Rick has been dragged into a situation that he didn't plan for, and now he's stuck in the middle of an investigation that could change everything. One of the biggest questions that comes up when the FBI is involved is whether or not Rick will be able to clear his name. He's spent years building a public image that is based on honesty, knowledge, and trust. But if the FBI finds evidence of wrongdoing, it could be hard for him to maintain that image. The public loves a good story, but they also love seeing the truth come out. If Rick has done something wrong, people will want to know what happened. And if he's innocent, they'll want to see how he fights to clear his name. Either way, the public will be watching, and the pressure will be on. The involvement of the FBI creates a ripple effect. It doesn't just impact Rick's life, it affects everyone around him. His family, his friends, his employees, everyone who is connected to him will be drawn into the investigation in one way or another. The public will be watching closely, waiting to see what happens next. Will Rick be able to recover from this, or will the FBI investigation change everything? The mystery only deepens with each new piece of information that's revealed. And as time goes on, the story will unfold and more answers will come to light. But until then, all anyone can do is wonder, why did the FBI get involved with Rick Harrison? What secrets are hidden beneath the surface of his life? And how will this investigation affect him and those around him? These are the questions that everyone wants answers to. The curiosity is overwhelming, and as the investigation continues, we'll all be waiting to see how it ends. The curiosity factor here is huge. Rick has spent a lot of time in front of the camera showing off his expertise in running a pawn shop and dealing with rare antiques. People have watched him interact with customers, make deals, and share stories of historical artifacts. To most, he seems like a knowledgeable, trustworthy figure. He's built a reputation as someone who is fair and reasonable, and his TV show has made him a fan favorite. So the question on everyone's mind is simple: what could be hidden in Rick's life that the FBI would want to uncover? What are the hidden truths that have remained out of sight for all these years? At first, it's hard to imagine that someone like Rick could have secrets, especially ones that are so important that the FBI gets involved. He's always seemed like an open book, but the involvement of the FBI makes people think otherwise. The FBI doesn't get involved in small, insignificant matters. They deal with things that have serious consequences. So when they decide to investigate someone like Rick, it's because they believe there's something big going on, something worth uncovering. The fact that they are investigating him adds weight to the idea that there is a truth out there that no one has known about, something that could change the way people view Rick and his business. The idea of hidden truth also ties into the world of secrecy and the unknown. Everyone loves to speculate about what might be hidden. In Rick's case, could it be something related to his business? Perhaps there are shady dealings going on behind the scenes of the pawn shop. Could there be illegal transactions taking place? Is Rick involved in something more than just selling rare antiques? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this situation so intriguing. The idea of uncovering a hidden truth makes people want to dig deeper, to learn more, to find out what's really going on. Another layer of curiosity comes from the fact that Rick has been in the public eye for such a long time. Over the years, he has built an image as a hard-working businessman who has made his fortune through his knowledge of antiques. People have come to trust him, and his TV show has only helped solidify that image. But now, with the FBI involved, all of that is being called into question. Could it be that the image we have of Rick Harrison isn't the full picture? Could there be a darker side to his life, something that has been hidden from the public all this time? The idea of a hidden truth makes people wonder if they've been fooled, if there's something they didn't see, something they missed. It's the ultimate question: what don't we know? The hidden truth doesn't have to be something obvious, something as blatant as illegal activity. It could be something much more subtle. Maybe Rick has been keeping a personal secret, something from his past or something in his private life that he didn't want the world to know. Maybe there's something about his personal relationships, his family, or his business dealings that he's kept out of the public eye. The idea of a hidden truth allows for all sorts of possibilities. It could be a personal scandal, an affair, or a past mistake that he's been trying to move on from. It could be something that would completely change the way people view him, and the curiosity surrounding it only deepens. As the FBI begins to uncover what's hidden, people will start to question everything they thought they knew about Rick. If there is a truth waiting to be revealed, it could have huge consequences for his career and his reputation. Fans who have followed him for years might feel betrayed. People who have trusted him could start to wonder if they were wrong all along. And even though Rick has spent years building a clean image, a hidden truth could undo all of that in an instant. It's a terrifying thought for someone in the public eye, and it's why the investigation is so gripping. The idea that someone like Rick Harrison could have a dark secret is enough to keep people on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next piece of the puzzle to fall into place. The curiosity continues to grow as more details are revealed. With each new piece of information, the question, what is the hidden truth, becomes more urgent. If there is something to uncover, people want to know what it is, and they want to know why it has been hidden for so long. Could the truth be worse than anyone imagined? Could it be something that changes everything people know about Rick Harrison and his business? The thought of a hidden truth forces people to reconsider their assumptions and look deeper into the person they thought they knew. For Rick, the pressure is mounting. The more the FBI digs, the more the public's curiosity will grow. People will want to know what's really going on, and the longer the truth stays hidden, the more anxious they will become. If the truth is revealed, it could be a major turning point for Rick's career. His fans might be shocked, and the public perception of him could be forever altered. On the other hand, if the truth turns out to be something minor, or if Rick is completely innocent, it could restore his reputation. But until that truth is revealed, the mystery continues to grow. The idea of a hidden truth is powerful because it touches on something deep within all of us: the desire to know the things that are kept from us. We all have a natural curiosity about what others are hiding, and when it comes to a public figure like Rick Harrison, that curiosity is amplified. The more we don't know, the more we want to find out, and as the FBI continues its investigation, the hidden truth remains just out of reach, keeping everyone guessing. Rick Harrison's mansion is not just any ordinary home. It's a luxurious space, a symbol of his success, wealth, and the life he's built over the years. From the outside, it might look like a typical millionaire's home, grand and impressive. But when the FBI steps in and starts investigating the mansion, it raises a lot of questions. Why would the FBI be interested in his home? What could possibly be hidden inside such a beautiful, high-profile place? The curiosity surrounding what lies within the walls of Rick Harrison's mansion is undeniable. We all have a fascination with the homes of the rich and famous. It's a natural thing to wonder what goes on behind closed doors, especially when there's an investigation involved. So what is the FBI looking for in this luxurious mansion? From the moment the FBI is mentioned, the curiosity level increases dramatically. Rick Harrison has worked hard to get to where he is, and his mansion is a reflection of that success. It's a place where he's spent years building his life, a place where he enjoys the fruits of his labor. But why would the FBI be searching such a beautiful home? It's easy to think that someone with such an image of success wouldn't have anything to hide, but the involvement of federal agents suggests otherwise. When the FBI enters a place like this, they're not looking for something small or insignificant. There must be something big, something important, that has caught their attention. When you think about it, Rick's mansion is more than just a place to live, it's also a place of power. As a celebrity and a successful businessman, his home represents his status and the lifestyle he's been able to afford through his years of hard work. This is not just any house, it's a mansion, a grand space that shows off his wealth and success. It's easy to assume that someone with this kind of luxury would have a perfect life. But now, with the FBI investigating his mansion, it suggests that there's more to the story. The idea that something could be hidden in a place so connected to Rick's public image adds an extra layer of intrigue. The mansion itself is a symbol of his success, so it stands to reason that anything hidden within it must be something important. People are naturally curious about what happens behind closed doors, especially when it involves someone as well known as Rick Harrison. We all know that the lives of celebrities can be filled with secrets. They may show us one side of their life on TV, but there's always a chance that something different is going on behind the scenes. And in Rick's case, the idea that the FBI is investigating his mansion suggests that there's more than meets the eye. There's something captivating about the thought of what could be hidden inside a mansion like Rick's. Is it just valuables, rare antiques, and historical items that we would expect from someone in his line of work? Or is there something more? The FBI doesn't get involved in trivial matters. They only investigate when they believe there's something significant to find. Could it be that Rick has been involved in illegal activities that are linked to his wealth and the luxury he's built for himself? The mansion, being so tied to his success, becomes a focal point of interest. What's hidden within those walls could change everything we think we know about Rick Harrison. Maybe the FBI is looking for financial records, secret documents, or hidden assets. Celebrities often have wealth that isn't always as straightforward as it seems. Investments, business dealings, and transactions can sometimes be complicated and not always easy to track. Could the FBI be investigating Rick's financial dealings, looking for signs of something illegal, like money laundering or fraud? These are the kinds of questions that naturally arise when the FBI steps into a luxurious home like Rick's. What has been going on behind the scenes that no one knows about? But it's not just about money. The investigation could also involve personal secrets. The mansion could hold clues about Rick's personal life that have never been shared with the public. There might be private documents or items that reveal a side of Rick that no one expected. Celebrities often lead double lives, and there's always the possibility that what we see on TV isn't the full story. Could Rick have been hiding something personal that, if revealed, would shake up his carefully constructed public image? The thought of finding personal secrets in a place as personal as his home makes the investigation even more fascinating. The curiosity around Rick Harrison's mansion also taps into the human need to understand the lives of others, especially those who seem to have it all. People are naturally curious about the homes of the rich and famous. What do their houses look like? How do they live? What kind of private spaces do they create for themselves? But when the FBI is involved, the curiosity shifts to something darker. Instead of just wondering about the lavish decor or the amazing views, people start to question what could be hidden beneath the surface. What secrets are being kept within the walls of such a grand home? The idea that something dangerous, illegal, or shocking could be hidden inside such a glamorous mansion makes the investigation feel all the more compelling. The fact that the FBI is searching Rick's mansion suggests that they believe there is something worth finding. If the FBI is this interested, it's because they have a reason to be. And that reason is something that the public is dying to know. The more the investigation continues, the more people will wonder about the secrets the mansion might hold. Could it be that Rick's life isn't as perfect as it seems on TV? Could there be evidence hidden within his luxury home that will expose a completely different side of his personality? The questions keep piling up, and the curiosity surrounding what's inside Rick Harrison's mansion only grows stronger with each passing day. As the investigation continues, the mystery of Rick Harrison's mansion will only deepen. The public will keep watching, waiting for more details to emerge. What has the FBI uncovered so far? What will they find next? The more the FBI digs into Rick's life, the more the curiosity grows. What's inside the mansion might just change everything we thought we knew about the man who became famous for buying and selling rare antiques. Could the mansion hold the key to understanding the hidden side of Rick's life? Only time will tell, but until then the mystery remains. And as long as there's mystery, the curiosity will continue to fuel the search for answers. The moment you hear that an investigation is happening, it naturally sparks curiosity. The idea that someone is under investigation, especially someone as well known as Rick Harrison, instantly makes you want to know more. What's going on behind the scenes? What are the authorities looking for? And why are they looking into Rick? These are all questions that the public immediately wants answers to. Investigations are often shrouded in mystery, and they always lead to more questions than answers. As time goes on, more details will surely be uncovered, but in the beginning, everything is up in the air. The more you hear about the investigation, the more you realize that there's more to this story than meets the eye. When news first breaks about Rick Harrison being under investigation, the curiosity grows. He's someone millions of people know from his popular TV show Pawn Stars. For years he has been seen as a trustworthy businessman with a sharp eye for valuable items. People have watched him negotiate deals, share stories about rare antiques, and show off his extensive knowledge about history. So the idea that the FBI would get involved in an investigation makes people wonder what's really going on. Why would someone like Rick, who seems to have built a successful life, be in the middle of something that needs such close scrutiny? The questions start piling up, and with each passing day the public is left wondering what the authorities have found, what they know, and why they are taking such an interest in Rick's life. As the investigation unfolds, the mystery only deepens. People want to know more, but the details are often vague. This only adds to the suspense. When an investigation is ongoing, it's like a puzzle that hasn't been solved yet. Everyone can see the pieces, but no one knows how they fit together. The FBI's involvement creates an air of tension, and it makes people wonder what is being uncovered in real time. There's a sense of anticipation that builds up as more and more people begin to speculate on what might be the real reason behind the investigation. Could it be that Rick is involved in something illegal, or is it possible that he is just a pawn in a much bigger game? As the investigation progresses, the answers remain unclear, and that only fuels more curiosity. People naturally want to understand the reason behind the investigation. What did Rick do, or what did he unknowingly get caught up in that is now under the microscope? It could be something related to his business. Maybe there's a shady deal or transaction that the FBI has uncovered. The pawn shop business is one that involves high-value items, and it's possible that the FBI has found evidence of wrongdoing, like money laundering or fraud. The thought of Rick being involved in something illegal goes against everything we know about him from the TV show, which makes the whole situation feel even more mysterious. Could it be that he's been hiding something for years? Or could there be a misunderstanding that has snowballed into an investigation? But there's also the possibility that Rick is completely innocent, caught up in something larger than himself. Sometimes people get involved in situations they didn't plan for or didn't fully understand. It could be that Rick has unknowingly been dragged into something he never intended. Maybe he's been dealing with people who have hidden motives, or maybe he's been unaware of some illegal activity happening behind the scenes. If that's the case, the investigation would be more about clearing his name and understanding how he got mixed up in the situation in the first place. As more information comes to light, the investigation might reveal a more complicated picture than anyone first expected. The idea that Rick could be innocent, but still under investigation, adds another layer of intrigue to the story. One of the most compelling things about any investigation is the process of uncovering the truth. People are naturally drawn to the idea of getting to the bottom of something, finding out what really happened. With Rick, there's a sense that the truth is out there, waiting to be discovered. The investigation is like a journey toward uncovering something that no one knows yet. As the FBI continues to dig deeper, they will eventually start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And as they do, more and more information will be revealed to the public. The curiosity surrounding Rick and his involvement in the investigation will only grow as each new detail is uncovered. As the investigation unfolds, the public's fascination with the case only intensifies. People want to know what the FBI is finding, what they're uncovering, and what kind of evidence they have. The fact that Rick Harrison is a public figure only makes the situation more captivating. People feel a connection to him because they've watched him on TV for years. They've seen him negotiate deals, share his knowledge of antiques, and build a business. To many, he's a likable, trustworthy person. So when an investigation begins, it shakes the image they've had of him. People start to question everything they thought they knew about Rick. Is he the person they thought he was, or is there something hidden beneath the surface? The investigation also brings a sense of uncertainty. Until all the facts are out, no one can say for sure what the outcome will be. Will Rick be cleared of any wrongdoing, or will something more serious be uncovered? The uncertainty of the situation keeps people on edge. Everyone is waiting for the next big reveal, the next piece of the puzzle to fall into place. Will the investigation lead to new discoveries that change everything, or will it fizzle out with no major findings? It's the kind of suspenseful situation that keeps people hooked, constantly checking for updates and waiting for new information to surface. The ongoing investigation keeps everyone guessing. Each new development raises more questions and adds to the mystery. People are curious to know what's happening behind the scenes, but until the investigation is over, they'll have to keep wondering. As more details emerge, the public's curiosity will only grow stronger. The investigation is like a story unfolding in real time, and people want to be there every step of the way to find out what happens next. Will Rick emerge from this investigation unscathed, or will the truth be something far more complicated than anyone imagined? Only time will tell, and until then the curiosity surrounding this case will continue to build, keeping everyone on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next twist in the story. There quotes something about the phrase "shocking truth" that grabs attention. It promises that something unexpected, something surprising, is about to be revealed. The idea that there's a truth out there that could change everything makes people eager to learn more. It stirs up curiosity because we all want to know what the shocking truth is, especially when it involves a public figure like Rick Harrison. For years, Rick has been seen as a successful businessman, a television personality, and someone who knows the ins and outs of rare antiques. His life has been portrayed on TV as one of success and savvy, but the investigation into his life brings up the possibility that everything we thought we knew about him could be wrong. Could there be a shocking truth hidden behind his well-crafted public image? The investigation brings up the possibility that Rick might be hiding something big, something that could change the way people view him forever. The fact that the FBI is involved makes it clear that the truth is more serious than anyone expected. The public's curiosity is piqued by the idea that there's something big being kept from them. For years, Rick has been a trusted figure on Pawn Stars, and people have followed his journey with admiration. But now, the idea that the FBI could be uncovering something shocking makes people wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. What is it that has led to this investigation, and what is it that could be revealed? People are naturally curious about the lives of others, especially when it comes to celebrities. We watch them on TV, read about them in magazines, and often think we know everything about them. But when an investigation like this one happens, it makes us question everything we thought we knew. The idea that there could be a shocking truth hidden in Rick's life creates a sense of uncertainty. It makes people wonder, what have we missed? What don't we know? Could there be a dark side to Rick's life, one that has been hidden for all these years? The fact that this truth is still out of sight makes it even more tantalizing. We're left wondering what could be so important that the FBI would take a serious interest in uncovering it. The notion of a shocking truth is always tied to the idea of uncovering something that was previously hidden. It's the feeling of discovering something that changes everything. If Rick has been hiding something for all these years, it would be a revelation that shakes the public's view of him. People will want to know what this truth is and why it has been kept secret for so long. Could it be something related to his business dealings? Maybe the FBI has uncovered evidence of illegal activities tied to his pawn shop or his wealth. Perhaps there's a deeper, darker side to his business than anyone realized. The possibility that there is something hidden within his business operations adds another layer of mystery to the situation. If the truth is something that has been hidden in plain sight, it could be even more shocking. But the shocking truth doesn't necessarily have to be tied to illegal activity. It could also be something personal, something that Rick has kept hidden about his own life. Celebrities often have parts of their lives that they want to keep private, whether it's a past mistake, a hidden relationship, or a personal struggle. The idea that Rick might be hiding something like this makes the truth even more intriguing. What part of Rick's life has he kept from the public eye, and why? Could there be something in his past that he's been running from? Something that he didn't want to come to light? The thought of a personal secret being uncovered adds a different layer to the investigation. It's not just about business, it's about Rick's entire life. What makes the shocking truth so captivating is the mystery surrounding it. The more we don't know, the more we want to find out. The investigation is like a puzzle, and as more pieces are revealed, the picture becomes clearer. But until the full truth is uncovered, we're left in suspense. What has the FBI found so far? What do they know that we don't? The idea that the shocking truth could completely change the way we view Rick makes the investigation all the more compelling. It's not just about finding out what happened, it's about discovering something that could make us rethink everything we thought we knew. As the investigation progresses, the public's curiosity continues to grow. Every new detail, every new revelation adds to the suspense. What's behind the shocking truth? Could it be something as simple as a misunderstanding, or is there something far more serious at play? The longer the investigation continues without answers, the more the public is left wondering. The uncertainty makes the situation even more intriguing. Everyone is waiting for the moment when the shocking truth is finally revealed, and when that moment comes, it will have the power to change everything. The idea of a shocking truth also plays on the fear of the unknown. People are often afraid of what they don't understand, and when it comes to a public figure like Rick Harrison, the fear of the unknown is amplified. If the truth is revealed and it's something that no one expected, it will be a moment of shock for everyone involved. For Rick, the truth could either be a chance to clear his name, or a revelation that could change his life forever. Either way, the truth will have a huge impact. The public will be watching closely, waiting to see what happens next, and how it all unfolds. The idea of the truth being hidden is what makes the investigation so gripping. It's like a ticking time bomb, and no one knows when it will go off. As the investigation continues, the truth will eventually come out, but until then, the curiosity will continue to grow. People want to know what the shocking truth is, and they won't stop until they find out. The investigation will keep people on the edge of their seats, waiting for the moment when everything is revealed. The more the truth is hidden, the more it will drive the curiosity of the public. The FBI's involvement only adds to the sense of urgency. Whatever is hidden is important, and the moment it is revealed will be one that everyone remembers.